of the world, now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.
Hi, it's Ann Perry, and today's topic of discussion is what can I expect in a personal year of 4? This is the 4th video in a series of 9 that I've created for you that cover each year independently of each other. So today's discussion is going to be about the personal year of 4. So if you don't know what personal year you're in, that's okay. I'm going to be teaching you how to figure that out as well. So this topic is going to be about the personal year of 4, and we're also going to be teaching you how to get the best out of your personal year of 4. All right, so stick with me. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is figure out what your personal year is. So how do we do that? We need to determine what the universal year is firstly. So while I was finishing up this video, it was 2017. So 2017, all we're going to do is add 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7 equals 10. And numerology says we want to reduce that to a single digit. So we're going to add 1 plus 0 equals 1. So we know that 2017 is a 1 universal year. And now if you've been following my other videos, you know that 2017 is going to be a kick-ass year. It's going to be an amazing year for all of us because the universal year of 1 provides us with the energy and the vibration of the 1 that's coming from the universe, regardless of where you are in your epicycle, that 9-year cycle that we're talking about. So even if you happen to be in a year of 3 or 5 or 9, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get a blast of really good go-getter energy of the 1. So I think that's pretty exciting for all of us, regardless of where we are. So next we have to figure out our month of birth and reduce that to a single digit. So in this particular case, I'm showing December, which is the 12th month. So we're going to add 1 plus 2 together to equal 3. Now take your day of birth and reduce that to a single digit. So in this case, we've got the 25th. So 2 and 5 equals 7. So you are simply going to add our month to our day to the universal year, and in this case it equals 11. Okay, so those of you who understand a little bit about numerology know that 11 is a master number, and typically we don't reduce the master numbers, the 11s and the 22s, we don't normally reduce them. However, in this particular case we do. So if you happen to be born, in this particular case, this creates an 11 energy, we're going to add 1 plus 1 equals 2. This means that this date of birth is vibrating at a 2 personal year. Now, if you're born on the 22nd day, it's 2 plus 2 equals 4. If you're born on the 11th, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Pretty simple math. Okay, so what can I expect in a personal year of 4? Okay, so last year, let's recap. Last year, you were in a personal year of 3. Not a whole lot of focus going on last year, right? So last year you were kind of bouncing from here to there and everywhere and exploring different options and looking at different ideas, and you were in that download mode where all these ideas are coming to you like, oh, I don't know, like I could do this, I could do that, what am I going to do? Because remember, every year builds on the next, right? So your year of 1 was about new beginnings. The year of 2 was about being very patient, watching your seeds that you had planted in your year of 1. The year of 3 was going to be all about expansion and watching your plants start to kind of come out of the ground a little bit. Metaphorically, of course, we're talking about your ideas and the things that you got started in your year of 1. So in the year of 4, unlike the year of 3 where you had no focus, in the year of 4 you're going to be able to focus a bit better. So as you're transitioning out of your year of 3 in the fall, remember September, October, we start to transition out of whatever year we're in. So last year you might have been in a year of 3. In the year of 3 in the fall, you would have started feeling a need to kind of tighten up your socks, pull them up, let's get a little bit more responsible, right? Fun times are over, got to get back to work. And then when you came into your year of 4, the games began. All right. When we look at the number 4, we're always reminded that there are 4 posts in the ground. That creates a foundation, right? So when you're in a personal year of 4, you're looking to build a solid foundation for yourself. This is an amazing year. A lot of people blow it though. So stay tuned and pay attention because there's some really good information here. We want to build a new foundation for ourselves. We're at that halfway point on our epicycle. Okay, there's 9 years in an epicycle. We're at that halfway point where we can really make a mark and really make a difference. Last year we were entertaining ideas. This year we can put our ideas into solid form. So we tend to get very hyper-focused in the year of 4. But because we're so determined to put a new foundation in the ground, we get a little hung up on the details. We get a little hung up on our limitations. We get a little hung up on I don't have enough bricks to build my foundation. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the support. Blah, 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 right? So what? So you get this pity party going on. Get over it. You only have one kick at the cat once in 9 years to harness the energy that the 4 personal year affords you. You cannot afford to screw this up. You can't afford to miss the beautiful energy that the 4 gives you. Okay? However, most people tend to get a little too focused on those limitations, and they end up feeling stuck, like they got their wheels in the mud and they can't get going. A lot of the focus in a personal year of 4 is going to be on your work and on security. You'll be wanting to really establish a better job for yourself, maybe set up some savings plans, maybe meet with a financial planner, all those sorts of things that happen to come into play in your personal year of 4. You have very little patience in a year of 4, so you need to remind yourself to kind of sit back and let things take form. Last year was kind of a busy, unfocused year. This year you're very focused. So this is a great year to get organized, to get practical, to get grounded, if you're planning a business, if you started a business, for example, in your personal year of 1, new beginnings, the year of 2 would have been patiently sort of nurturing it and bringing it along. The year of 3 would be telling people about it, expressing it yourself and expanding. And the year of 4 is like really getting into work, really getting into the hard and nitty gritty of it and making sure that you're very organized. Bring in an accountant if you haven't got one, bring in somebody to help you with social media if you don't have someone to help you with that. It's really about getting organized, getting those 4 posts into the ground. So how can you get the best out of a personal year of 4? Well, you want to focus on what you have accomplished. You can't afford to sit there and worry about what you haven't gotten done. I know that this is a year when you want to get something done, but you really, because you're so laser focused, you tend to see what's wrong. For example, if you're building a house and you're putting up your foundation, and you're hammering down the nails and you're putting down the wood and you're doing all this stuff, and I'm coming up to visit you and I wanted to see what you're doing with your house, but just before I get to see you, you slam your thumb with a hammer, okay? And so I come up and I say, oh my God, would you check this out? This is amazing. Look at your house. Your foundation is amazing. What you're doing is over the top. I love the view, all that. What are you thinking about? You're thinking about your thumb, aren't you? Because your thumb's going wonga, 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 right? It's really hurting. So you're thinking about the one thing that's standing in your way of you being able to get your foundation finished, okay? You can't do that. You got to stay very focused on what's right in front of you and what you have accomplished. Anything you give your attention, energy, and focus to is going to get bigger. So if you want to focus on the pity party, fill your boots, but you're going to have a big ass pity party, okay? So let's make sure that we don't do that. You want to get very organized at work and in home, all right? So, I look around my office in the morning before I start my work day. And if my office is a mess, I know that this is a mess too. My office is a direct reflection of what's going on in here. If I'm disorganized in here, if I'm not focused, if I don't have a plan of action or whatever, it's going to show in my office, okay? So make sure that your office is very organized, and check in every now and again with yourself to see if this is organized too. It's a great year to develop a plan of action. Again, it's all about 4 posts into the ground. If you want to create a business plan for yourself, if you want to consider taking different courses, if you want to expand on your degree, it's a great thing to do. It's also a really good year at finishing things. If there's some courses that you've been taking you're kind of bored with because maybe they just didn't interest you, even though this year that might not interest you as well, but you can focus on them, right? And you can get them done, and that's a good thing. So you want to always maintain an attitude of gratitude in a personal year of 4. I promise you're going to feel stuck. That is a very natural way to feel. But if you can focus on what you're grateful for, and we all have something we can be grateful for. The fact that we're sitting here in front of a computer watching this video is, you've got eyes to see it, you've got ears you can hear it, you've got something you can watch it on. Life might really suck right now, and most people feel that it does in a personal year of 4, but if you can just maintain an attitude of gratitude, the year will go by so much better. And remember that these years that we talk about, they go from January 1st, they finish December 31st, but you're really only feeling the intensity of it for about 9 months, from January to about September. Okay, and then from September to December, you're starting to feel the effects of the next coming year. Okay. Develop discipline. Boy, that's really important in a year of 4, right? Develop discipline. develop some plans, put them in action, work from a day timer, use some checklists, check things off as you get them done. I find checklists work really well for me. I have them all the time, and I just feel really good at the end of the day. If I've got everything checked off that I said I was going to accomplish, I usually have managed to accomplish more than what was on my checklist. Okay, so it's a pretty good thing to do. Just try and develop a very disciplined approach. This is a work year. This is a really good year to create something that will grow for you over the next few years. Because remember, everything, it 1 year builds on the next. Okay, this is the foundation building year. You're feeling a bit stuck. Next year, not so much. Every year brings in something different, right? It's that ebb and tide. It's that flow. It's that rhythm that I keep talking about. For example, the year of 1, go time, lots of energy. It's go, go, go. Year of 2, oh my God, I'm tired, right? They put you back. Why do they put you back? Because they want you to rest. Because guess what? In your year of 3, bam, it's go time again. All right. So when they put you in year 4, boom, get back, sit down, get some work done, right? Because in year 5, boom, it's go time again, right? So we got to get really in touch with the rhythm that the universe is providing for us. Okay, so that is it for the year of 4, personal year of 4, all about building a foundation for yourself. However, and I've said it in my previous videos, and I'm going to say it again, there's so much more to know than just your personal year. I think it's really important, very, very important, that you understand what personal year you're in, but also your name on your birth certificate will provide you with volumes of information as to how you will progress through that year. Okay, so that's called the essence number. It's something that I look at really closely when I'm doing personal readings. I do offer mini readings, by the way, so if anybody's interested in just looking at your cycles, like what the heck was last year all about, and what the hell is this year all about, where am I going next year, I've got a reading for you. Check it out on my website. It's AnnPerryNumerologist.com. I've also got a Facebook page. You're welcome to follow me there. I post every single day something interesting about numerology, and I sure would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you know what? I love connecting with you guys, and I really, it's a full-time job answering all your questions, but you know what? I do what I love, and I love what I do, and I love building community, and if you want to be a numerology keener like me, just, subscribe, because I've got lots more videos where that came from. So if you're in a personal year of 4, you want to get the best out of it, maintain focus on everything. Don't be slamming your thumb with a hammer. Pay attention to the details and do what you can to create the best year ever. Okay? Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Love you all. Thank you so much. I'm hoping you're having a super great day. Take care. Bye for now.